Hello and welcome to HornbillTV's Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Kigon and these are the headlines. BJP released a list of 30 star campaigners for the Uttarakhand Assembly elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP Chief Jagat Prakash Nadda, Union Ministers Rajnath Singh and Amit Shah are among the star campaigners. The BJP declared assets were Rs 4,847.78 crore in financial year 2019 to 2020, the highest among all political parties, followed by the BSP at Rs 698.33 crore and the Congress at Rs 588.16 crore. Punjab Congress chief and party's candidate from Amritsar East, Navjot Singh Sidhu on Saturday filed his nomination. BJP has fielded IAS officer Jagmohan Singh Raju Sidhu. Manipur Congress in charge Bhakta Charanda said Priyanka and Rahul Gandhi will visit the state very soon. Polling in Manipur will be held in two phases on February 27 and March 3. Now for the news in details. With the upcoming Manipur Assembly election scheduled to be held in two phases on February 27 and March 3, the Secretary General of Naga People's Front, Achumbe Mokikon, while speaking to HornbillTV in an exclusive interview, informed that the pre-poll alliance with the BJP has not been decided yet. Briefing for ticket distribution will be held on January 31st, it was informed. Let's have a look at the details with our reporter, Jivan Rai.
Naga People's Front laga Secretary General Mr. Achumbe Mokikon tai amikhan lote ase aji amikhan Manipur Legislative Assembly election tuita 2022 February ti hobole ase tuitu oporte amikhan Secretary General of Naga People's Front lote kiba questions kan rakhibula ase. Yes sir, welcome to Hornbill TV.
Okay.
Yes sir, amikhan janiu paru apni kan party ticket tuili kita distribute kurula ase Manipur Naga People's Front karne.
Ama khan official process ase in terms of selecting candidates, na. So selection board pra recommendation ama khan ge dibo. Then after that ama khan working committee meeting kuribole ase. We have actually fixed on the 2nd, olebi 2nd February, olebi etia Amakan 31st of this month, January 2022, pre-born hoise because of the political exigencies. So idu karne idu tin Amakan working committee pra pohibo, and we will examine the recommendation of the ticket selection board na. Idu bishide kon pabo kon nababo idu tin Amakan decision lobo. Aro after that, on the 2nd February 2022, yade central office para kon khan ticket dibole ase dukan ke khobor digna ahibo dibo aro ticket yat award ceremony ticket distribution ceremony yade brahe kuribo 2nd February 12:30 p.m.
Sir, candidates to kiman danis na field kurula ase apni kan?
Well, as of now decision to luane kiman fill up kuribo, but you should be aware that Naga dominated areas we have 11 constituencies ase. Then Amakhan dusra non-Naga tribals can be Amakhan laga ticket manga khan ase. So area to kiman ticket tibo, kiman natibo, itu do working committee prahe decision logo. Itu in any case the number of candidates applicants to busy ho jashe. Bolibi itu kiman constituency te fill koribo na itu dole only it will be subject to the outcome of the working committee decision.
Sir, of nigan pre-poll alliance lakiba plans kanasina ne?
Well, Amakhan area Twitter minister ase government de BJP led government in Manipur. Amakhan bi date a partner of that government na itu karne. As of now, nothing as such. pre-poll, post-poll, whatever term you use it, alliance, we are not enemy to any other political party. We are, friendly to all the political parties. Aro inanga kurigina olap understanding develop kurigina he tosra political parties kan loko debi ile election de chok lopo inanga bhavna ase.
So this time to afnigan itu of spau party kiba kinigas afnigan na party.
Well, you see, we have come out openly. Idu AFSPA has to go, na? Idu revoke kuribo lagibo because it only brings destruction to the people. Itu bra ku benefit pa laga dikhanai. When there is a peace process with the Naga national workers and the government of India, what is actually the necessity of imposing the Armed Forces Special Powers Act? Idu garne, idu bi amakhan main agenda ekta hobo for the removal, for the revocation of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Manipur as well as in Nagaland or in Naga areas, and also in the northeast, wherever it is imposed. Na, idu amakhan laga ekta agenda, tangor agenda hobo. Idu election amakhan itu luigena. Public hange gobo amakhan hope ase people will understand us.
So amikhan ekta question ase tuile afnigan NPF tuile Manipur ti kiman seat nisna jitibo ko ina afnigan expect kuri ase.
Well, you see, amakhan so far NPF's Manipur State Unit launch kurigina two bar khili ase the assembly election. One is in 2012, another one in 2017. To 2012 to be so Morambra, and with the support of the public, we won 4. Na, idu be 17 to be Amakan Kilishe, to be Chada Jidish. Now, again in the Lok Sabha election, Amakan Ekpar Kilishe Harishe. Then this time we won. So Amakan ek time be as a 4 MLAs as. So this time Amakan Laga number do. We are aiming for a double digit of what we are now. Na, idu ji holibi amakhan laga aim do tosta jidibo laga tadase de.
Amikhan nete NPF Naga People's Front laga central office te ase aru amikhan note camera te ase Johnson.
Union Development of North-Eastern Region Minister G. Kishan Reddy on January 28 presided over a meeting to discuss a number of developmental projects and North-East Economic Corridor at Vigyan Pawan of Delhi. Aims are economic development of North-East and improvement of its trade with Southeast Asia, he said.
Our aim is economic development of Northeast region, number one priority, and also active policy of Government of India to improve trade with Southeast Asia. The two main goals Government India have, we want to go forward. I propose that Secretary Donor will work on creating an interministerial task force of NEC involving finance, Ministry of Road Transport, Agriculture, Railways, Civil Aviation.
To get to know more on this, I'm being joined by our senior news analyst Alnguli, live from the newsroom. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, Naomi.
Sir, to start off with a question, sir, this meeting which was held yesterday by Donor Minister G. Kishan Reddy for the development of North-East region, how significant can this be for the North-Easterners as a whole, sir?
Yeah. I think we do not have much briefing about what actually transpired in the meeting so far, but it's usually significant when the donor ministry meets with the NEC and they take up development issues in this regard. Like I say, there are no briefings in regard to what transpired in the meeting, but from the statement of the minister, I think this might be one of the most tangible move towards the central government's goal to achieve a little more tangible results in its Act East policy. We have the minister saying that the Act East policy is to accomplish goals in regard to cooperation, economic cooperation with the Southeast Asian countries. This is significant because here we have to look at the Act East policy from the view of foreign policy of the government of India. It wants to strengthen, for example, infrastructure in the Northeast so that it can promote economic partnership with the Southeast Asian countries. We have our neighbors, Myanmar, we have Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam too. So these are the countries that India is looking towards so that it can not only accomplish the goals of Act East policy, but also instate a position where India can, through the Northeast, engage in economic partnership with the Southeast Asian countries, Naomi.
Sir, so like you have just mentioned, can you also tell us a little bit about this Act East policy also, sir?
Yeah, Act East policy, it is something that we are yet to see the fruits of. Of course, there have been intermittent engagement within the Northeast states in regard to how to build infrastructure, how to integrate the services of the governments and the state and the communities in the Northeast so that it can create the goals, it can create the move towards the goals of Act East policy. Now, Act East policy is practically, in simple words, is practically a focus and a concentration area for the central government to develop the Northeast states, Naomi. It sounds complicated, and because of all these research papers and of course academicians' comments and of course data and statistics from the government that keeps confusing us about what Look East policy, Act East policy is. But it's just basically a developmental focus that we are giving to the Northeast region by the state, by the government of India, so that it can build the Northeast states and increase its socio and economic capital, so that the government of India can leverage this capital and engage with trade with, let's say, Southeast Asian countries, Naomi.
Okay, sir. Also, what is the difference between Northeast Council and the Department of Northeast Region, sir?
It's very simple. I think most people, they sometimes confuse the Northeast Council as a ministry, and they sometimes confuse the development of Northeast Region Ministry as the NEC's module agent. But they are not really dissimilar, but they are more or less similar. But then again, they are two different entities. The donor is the nodal agent of the government of India to act as a conduit between the central departments, central ministries with the states of the Northeast region. It's like an agent. It's like a conduit. It acts as a go between the center and the states. As for the Northeast Council is just an advisory body, Naomi. It is an advisory body that gives advice to the states and also the central government in matters in regard to the Northeast states. They discuss development activities. They plan out the objectives of the Northeast socio-economic sectors. They plan out industries, and they settle disputes between the states. So one is an advisory body, the NEC, and the other is a proper ministerial agent of the government of India, and that is a donor, Naomi.
Okay, sir. And what is the economic corridor which aims at providing trade with Southeast Asia?
Yeah, that is also another thing that confused most of us. Northeast Corridor, and we have the Act East policy, and we have the Southeast Asian cooperation, but they are basically one and the same in implementation. For instance, here we have already talked about the Act East policy. The Southeast Economic Corridor is an integration of services, and also the integration of infrastructure, and also integration of exchanges, especially between the state government and the local communities. Their mechanism is an integration of all the systems to stimulate economic development, Naomi. The goal is just simple. You put in infrastructure, you connect the roads from, let's say, Nagaland to Assam, you connect the roads from Assam to Meghalaya, and you create a corridor you create one big network so that it will stimulate economic development in this area. So the focus of the government right now is looking at the Act East policy in tandem with the Southeast Asian corridor so that it can develop not only the Northeast, but also after developing the Northeast, they can leverage some capital out of it so they can build economic partnerships with the Southeast Asian countries, let's say Vietnam, with Myanmar, with Singapore. Yes, Naomi.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for providing us with the details.
Thank you, Naomi.
Now moving on to the next news. Amid a rise in COVID cases in Nagaland, Dimapur district has registered the highest number of cases up until now. Today, HornbillTV went to district hospital to get details on how the COVID cases are being managed and checked. Let's have a look at the ground report from our reporter, Atona.
District Hospital Dimapur te aina ase to itu sal January moina aha samoy yere Nagaland debi idu COVID cases bisi uthi gina taka mohan diki pa ase to itia moi yere district hospital de aigena HornbillTV kan ground reality yere medical staff kan bi kine kam kuri ase aro idu medical status idu COVID status kan bi kine ka ase itu janibole yede aina ase to mogan yede itia flu corner ekta itu COVID sample test kura laga jaga te aina ase to yete mogan HornbillTV kan bi yete staff kan yete medical staff kan kinika kam kuri ase aro positive itu test kura last status kan bi kinika ase tu janibo nimite yete aina ase to yete flu corner de testing samples kale kura tu kinika itu status tu kinika ase aro apni kan yete staff kan bi kiman nase mogan gelop koi dibo
at present duita medical officer hai aur nurse khan thake duita nurse aur ekta medical attendant aur aji laga present status to testing kora to aji 30 green as a total number or positive to 8 olai na ase
to itu testing kurule aha kandu especially kun khane bisi aina yete test kuri ase
travelers kan bishi ahe aur symptoms thaka kan bi nijor bar bi ajikali to forward korina ahi ase means all of feverish hoje all of sore throat hojule to pila nishna reluctant hoina ajikali to like ta nijor brai moi test kurule ase koina na aha itia buja khan bishi ho jaise
to bisi baktu yete Dimapur yete test kura khane bisi bak positive ulai ase na kine ka ase
hoi population bi bishi ase testing bi yate bishi hoy ase to definitely yate bishi hoy ase
to service kan du kine ka apni kan duty kan du kine ka jai ase aro aji emergency patients kan kiman jindis na aina ase
aji do emergency di patient dole 30 ni chuna saise aro any patient kan COVID test kore kina doctor kan ki saboli dibo
to yere district hospital de management laga status aro jankari kuribo nimite itia mogan lode senior medical officer bi ase to mogan overall Nagaland te itia consecutively 100 plus positive cases to detect kurigena aha mogan diki pa ase to mogan janibole mondu start wave to Nagaland te punchisi na itia bi ahi bole la ase
third wave itu to Nagaland TV itu to increase হৈ আছে covid infection to district সবটি ওলাই আছে আৰু আজিলা পেপাৰ হিচাপে তো ডিমাপুৰ ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট বি 640 এক্টিভ কেसेस আছে আৰু আমি গান লাগা হসপিটাল দি few days back আমি গান বি staff positivity to অলপ increase হৈ কিনা আছে ইটো পৰা আমি গান covid আৰু non covid services to few days কাৰণে অলপ changes কৰি কিনা আছে
আপনি গান ইতিয়া overall apni an yare district hospital staff kan kiman positive hoina ase aro challenges kan kinika face kuri gena aya ase apni an kinika manage kuri ase
ami khan itu hoy all together kali tak to 87 ase itu 1 week bitor di hole bi strictly ami khan itu safety measures kan aro covid testing laga latest government laga itu SOP kan hesab pra follow kuri ase aru kunba staff to negative hoy gina duty di join kuri gina ase so hopefully by next week educate manpower hojule do will be able to give all the services to all category of patients
so comparing to itu first wave second wave compare kuri gina first wave second wave aro third wave laga differences itu covid cases to
একটা আমি খান লাগা itu observation দিটো itu bar laga covid infection to আমি খান healthy আৰু asymptomatic হইলে বি positive cases বেছি detect কৰা itu পাই আছে আৰু second to first wave আৰু second wave the patient kan hospitalization kura nishna to ইটা tak to itu hospitalization kan to kumti আছে
अपनी पब्लिक कान के भी नले भी दूसरा सब जनरल कान के की कोई दिबले की मैसेज कोई दिबले मना से
want to thank the department and government for providing our needs and with so many facilities. Now we are able to give proper care to the patients, not only the COVID patients but non-COVID patients also. Aru 15 January ti moi la booster dose pe marise. Itu bra moi sob manige encourage kore ase. Ahi etu vaccination lobo garni. Kila mani itia vaccination ni only preventive measures to fight against COVID-19. Itu ase. Aru third one, so manubi COVID appropriate behaviors to strictly follow grobo lage. Itia itu COVID-19 infection to aru mostly super spreader. Itu kan brabi bishi infection hoy ase. Itu bra ami sob manu responsible hobo lage. Ami la parents kan aru senior citizens kan to COVID infection lagai dibo na lage. Last moi ko bole mon ase. Ami kan sob ekjon ke help kori ke na we will have to fight this COVID-19 pandemic. Inya hochile to jiti jabo.
A memorandum of understanding between the Government of Nagaland and Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India was signed today to operationalize the National Career Service Centre for Differently Abled at its temporary location at Government ITI campus, Kushabil, Dimapur. Some of the main objectives is to evaluate persons with disabilities to their full potentials, to assist PWDs to develop rehabilitation plan, and to assist through government and non-government organizations to provide guidance and counseling for training self-employment, employment and selective placements amongst many other objectives. Let's have a look at the details.
Before the permanent structure is set up, which may take a year or 2 or 3, but since we want it immediately to be kick-started and make it running, so we'll be establishing that in our already existing IDI structure in Kushabil. So very soon, we'll make it functional, and our brothers and sisters with those who are differently able will be benefited, and they will be imparted different various kind of trainings for the livelihood. So I'm sure it will benefit a good number of our people. So today, I will be signing that MOU on behalf of the government of Nagaland, and Mr. Ram Kishore will sign it on behalf of the ministry. Knowing the urgency of the matter, that we need this center immediately to be functional, I think they have gone all out to make sure that the MOU is signed today itself. So starting from today, I think all system will be activated, and sooner than we expect, I think this institute will be made functional.
On move of this PMO and our Honorable Minister and this Chief Minister from Nagaland, this center is being sanctioned by the Government of India. And this will be the permanent center for persons with disabilities, which will be catering this non-formal skill training, then career counseling and guidance, then placement. Then we are having this very unique feature of this evaluation of the person with disabilities, where they can be fitted, what are their residual abilities. So this will be the work of this. This will be the 22nd center of the country. Till now we are having 21 which are functioning across the state, and Nagaland will be 22nd center. And it will be the residential, where this girls and boys will be staying. Everything will be taken care of by the government of India. We will be paying a stipend of 2,500 rupees per month during the training period. And everything will be free. This stay, training, all things will be free. We are really thankful to Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland, Government of Nagaland, who has taken this initiative, and because of their initiative, this government has come forward. And as we know that Government of India has kept the priority that something has to be done for the Northeast, and this will be done. And our Honorable Director, who has taken the lead for this initiative, I am really thankful, sir, to you and your team. And as we know that RPWD Act has been passed by the Parliament 2016, where this 21 categories has been given now, and across the country, if you see this, around 2,68 persons with disabilities are there. And if you see that skill development need, that around 50% population belongs to this, and this center will be catering the vocational need of the person with disabilities of Nagaland with the support of Nagaland government. And government has different provisions for this person with disability, like 4% reservation is there in the government job. And this is the occasion, historical occasion, that we are signing the MOU with the Nagaland government, which will enable us to operationalize this center very fast and very soon in the temporary accommodation in the government.
That's all we have for now. For more news, keep watching Hornbill TV.